Okay, this is the first wave of the elite riders taking off for Capital Punishment. These guys are going to be throwing themselves through 100 kilometres of grueling track around Canberra, and it is going to be punishing. It looks like it's going to be a cracking day for it as well. It's 7 a.m, it's a nice brisk start, but the sun is shining and it's going to be a nice, beautiful 19 degrees. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Also got a 50k start. This is the 100k guys. We've got a 50k start through the race as well, so it's going to be fun for everyone. Okay, well, it's the crack of dawn, and someone who's been here since before the crack of dawn, Tom, event organiser. How are you feeling at the moment?
Yeah, I'm feeling pumped. You know, I wish I was riding. The tracks have come up beautifully. I can't say that they were the same back when the original date. They were in terrible nick. So it was a good move to postpone it, and it's definitely paid off. What's
the tracks looking like? You know, have we made some changes this year? Is there some new hotspots to look at? What's going on?
Yeah, well, last year we talked about the paddock bashing around Defence. Around the airport, and that was the only link to get from the Cohen Forest side of town to the Stromlo side of town, and we've been able to access further north in the Defence land through a fire trail, and that's a really nice block of land, and it's fire trail almost the whole way. It's just the very end is on a little bit of grass, but it's actually a really beautiful track.
Okay, now I know this is not your first time at Capital Punishment. You've clearly been here before being a local. What was the track like this year?
Very fast. It's actually, generally you start out at Cohen, which is a bit higher than here. And so early on there's a few little climbs in it, but generally downhill. Very flowy single track, very fast. The first 25 Ks was done in an hour, and that in single track, that's pretty fast on a mountain bike.
Ripping, yeah. Now, being a local kid, there's a lot of mountain biking going on, or biking in general in Canberra. I mean, what's the scene like here in Canberra? Has it, has it taken off?
Oh, it's massive, yeah. Like it's in a race like this, the front bunch today was like quite a lot of Canberra guys, like the elite field, and then even guys who wouldn't even call themselves elite, but they're just trying to make that front group, and it just shows the depth of riding here. Like so many of these guys ride the single track, so they're so fast in it, and they're able to,
Even the location here, I mean, it's amazing. Like you go up the back of the hill there, and there's just tracks. There's all sorts of stuff set up. It's brilliant.
Oh yeah, it's a full mecca. It's really, it's just endless trails out there. You get tired really. You can't ride them all.
Okay, Dylan, it was a lot colder, a lot earlier, and it was probably a lot more cloudy in the morning, but we're at the end of the day. No clouds about, the sun's shining. How do you feel at the end of the race?
Yeah, I'm a bit out of it now after 100 k's of smashing it. Lucky we got that rest in the middle because, it was good to refuel in that. I needed it, and no complaints about the weather.
Was it faster? Was it steeper? Was it, what was happening out there?
Yeah, I hadn't seen the first half, so this morning I was saying that it was better last year when it was a bit greasier, and in the end it was the same. Those forest sections were pretty shady, and it was still pretty wet and slippery. It made it fun and technical, so yeah, I liked it.
Someone who needs no introduction, clearly current world champion and current world marathon champion as well, and national champion, sorry, my bad. Just too many champions in there for me to comprehend. Unfortunately today you didn't quite make it to the top podium finish, so what happened out there?
A bit of a flat tyre, so probably about a kilometre from the untimed section. So if I had have known there was only a K to the untimed section, I would have just put a bit of CO2 in it and rolled across the line and fixed it there. But I thought I had at least another 5-10 K, so put a tube in and took the 6 or 7 time-minute penalty there. So with the boys there, they're absolutely smoking it. So first probably 55 Ks, we had 10 people together, and it could have been anybody's race. So I think in Majura Pines, Dylan wound it up and we dropped back to 5.
Now this is your second time back, and I understand that you took it out the first year they had it in all the mud.
Yeah, so it's a lot more fun to come back here in the dry and nice weather to really appreciate the fantastic trails that Canberra has. Yeah, I think they had a lot more single track in this year, and I think it was a lot more fun. I think it's probably structured better. So yeah, it was just not a stack of ridiculously big climbs. I think in the end we only had 1,300 vertical metres of climbing, which for a 100K is fairly flat. So quite a fun track there with lots of single track.
Jenny, no stranger to this event. You came back the other year where you actually won it. What was the track like in comparison this year? I mean, they changed a few things in there on you.
Yeah, I think this year the track was definitely a lot faster. Probably a little bit drier as well. So I noticed in a lot of the sections, there were rocks where there weren't there before. But definitely, I think it was a bit faster.
Capital punishment usually is pretty punishing for a lot of people, and we're finding the switchback over here behind us is actually the worst. What was the worst section for you, or what was the weakest section for you?
The worst section was probably before the race, getting up at 5 a.m. when it was 4 degrees outside. That was punishment. Yeah.
Okay, so we just want to know, how punishing was capital punishment this year?
After 40 Ks, cramps in both legs. It was hard. 20 minutes of a liner with the legs in agony, but I made it up Stromler afterwards.
Were there any offs, any flats, any trees to?
No, great course, and very, very, very enjoyable. Yeah, can't wait for next year. Super.
Is this your first year or?
Second.
Second. Oh, so you came back last year?
Elite's next year. I can see elite for those two guys. Not a problem.
I can see it in your eyes. It's amazing.
Sponsorships are queuing up over there. I can see that. Thanks very much, Specialized and Scott, for coming today. And we'll see you all next year.
100K, 50K.
50.
50. Yeah. Right. And how did you find that 50?
Fantastic. Great distance.
What was the track like? Was it tough? How about the last little uphill section? What was that like?
Great. It was just the right gradient, so it was just a nice climbing all the way up. Although I thought that they were toying with our minds about, you think you're at the top, and you go, yeah, but no, they had more. I was going, no.
And what's with the pretty in pink?
This is the female side of our social racing group. So all the girls who are we're the Cogheads, aren't we? Yes, the Cogheads. And the blokes over there are in the Newcastle Knights colours, which is the red and the blue.
That's COG, C-O-G, by the way, just in case you were wondering.
Yes, sorry, I didn't mean to slur that.
So you both finished up the Capital Punishment 50Ks. Yes. How did you find it?
Loved it. It was really good, but the first hill was an absolute killer.
I keep hearing this. What's so killer about it? I stood there and watched you guys.
You go up and then it's got a bit of a false flat and you go, yeah, I'm going to be okay. And then you just look up and go, holy shit, that's about 17%. It's like, I've got a sense of humour. Just keep laughing. It's going to be okay.
You look like a lot of fun. Is this your first time at Capital Punishment?
Yes, it is, yeah.
How did you find it?
Oh, it was really good. I didn't realise how beautiful Canberra was.
Okay, so two lovely lasses that we've seen before last year inspecting their gadgets. Welcome back again to the punishment. How was it? Was it nauseous? Was it fun?
Was it nauseous? No, it was excellent. Started off really cold, crisp this morning, lots of fog, but then once we got into the race, it went really well.
Did you have to get out any of the gadgets and fix the bikes at all, or anything like that?
We were gadget free today.
That's a bit boring.
I know. Well,
no flats.
No flats. No bike issues.
No offs at all.
No, we didn't have to use a Swiss Army knife at all. Yeah.
Well, this just made my job really boring, didn't it? Okay guys, you've just finished up the 100K. How are you feeling at the moment?
Pretty sore, worse for wear. A couple of scratches and bruises, but overall it's been pretty good race.
You lost a little bit of bark there. What happened?
Yeah, a little bit of skin. Had some very soft pine roots areas and pine needles, and came off pretty hard, but it was good fun. So yeah.
Well, there you have it. Another fantastic year. Capital Punishment has been hurting everyone here in Canberra. As you can see, the weather really turned it on. So many people enjoyed the track, and it's been very punishing. We hope to see you again next year.